Let's talk about the StudioMax1 wireless DJI headphones from OneOdio that Jimmy is wearing right now. Hi guys, I'm Steex, audio video production. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my studio, the place where I try out guitar gear and also pro audio gear. Today I'm gonna try out headphones, closed-bed headphones and mainly DJ headphones from OneOdio. This video is sponsored by OneOdio, however, pay attention, the video will be totally honest as all my videos basically. So I try out these DJ headphones here in my studio. You can use both with cables but also wirelessly, and that's very cool because I can use it with Spotify, for example. When I'm here in my studio, I can adjust my camera, so on and so forth, wearing my headphones and going around in my studio. That's very cool. But of course, I've also tested these headphones outside. For example, in my recent travel to Germany for the Superbooth 25. If you are interested, you have here in the corner the video about Superbooth, really incredible stuff. Anyway, I used in my flight, so where basically there were lots of noises for the flight, of course, for the airplane itself, and also people that were talking. So I've tested in depth, in real use, these DJ headphones. I'm not a DJ, so I've not tested the headphones in DJ environment, so with a live set, for example. And for this reason, I cannot talk about these headphones for pure DJ usage because I'm not a DJ. I usually do not listen to DJ music and stuff like that, but I know how headphones should sound. And for this reason, I have to keep in mind this aspect. So these headphones, I think, have been developed especially for DJs. So about what you can find inside the box, I already shot a unboxing video that you can see right now. Basically inside you can find the headphones itself, you can find a bag to travel with the headphones and to keep it safe. You can find different cables depending on how you want to use the headphones, and also you can find the transmitter. This is really useful if you want to use these StudioMax1 headphones purely wirelessly with device that does not have wireless, does not have any Bluetooth connection. So for example, when you use your live set, when you want to go out from your audio interface, for example, and use it wirelessly, where you have this wireless transmitter that you can charge directly, and I don't know how much time can last. StudioMax is 120 hours, which is pretty good because I've traveled with these headphones for 4 days. I've used them and never had any problem of charging, so I charge it only before my travel. And also you have 60 hours of these transmitters, so it's really cool, guys. It lasts really long. So let me grab the headphones and I can borrow from Jimmy. I want to show you that here you can find different buttons that basically you can use to skip your songs, you can use it to pause or play, and also for Bluetooth pairing. As you can see, we have here the plug for the cable if you want to use these headphones with the cables. They are really well made, they are really light, mainly are plastic and I think eco leather here. They are really comfortable, let me say. What I don't like about headphones generally is this concept that you can turn around the headphones, because usually when I grab headphones from my desk, I grab with one hand and it's very annoying, this kind of weird movement. But I know that these are mainly for DJ, so that's why DJ want to use only one cap, for example. So I perfectly understand this. And of course we have also metal here for the arc, for the adjustment. I didn't have any problem of comfortability. They stay in my head very well and are not super tight, so they are really comfortable. Also the cushioning on here, or the earpads, I don't want how you want to call it, they are extremely soft. And I like also that inside you can see how to wear it. So as you can see, the right and the left. I really appreciate it. Of course, you have the USB-C plug here to charge the headphones. And I really appreciate that you can also fold these headphones in this way. So you can fold like this, and basically it's really compact to travel. So this stayed in my backpack very well, no had any problem. So I really appreciate the ergonomic and the design. About the sound, I really like the sound. And first time I try out these headphones, they remind me about open headphones. So not really closed headphones. That's a plus for me because I'm used to use open headphones for my work, for my mixing and mastering are better, of course, because you can listen like a speaker in your environment. And that's what I thought when I compared to my OneOdio. I have the S5X. They are pretty similar in sound, but when I tested with Jimmy, which is really critical and it's an empirical test that lets you listen in a moment. There are microphones inside of this head, is not only here for casual reason. I've used this microphone to test. Even if the test is empirical, you can listen to the differences captured by the microphone. And I've listened clearly that this sounds really closed. So the sound with the test of my microphone, it's completely different than my feeling, and this is really strange. It's almost the first time I got this kind of result. There was a similar result with a Shure kind of headphones, and this is mainly the second time that I had this different results. That's why it's an empirical test, because it's not super precise. Microphones are different than human ears. That's why it's me here telling you the sound. I think I'm human, I think, but it's a different discussion anyway. So let's listen now the test that I did with Jimmy, comparing with other headphones. It's not a pure comparison, this is better than the other, is only to let you listen the differences in frequencies and how this sounds. So let's listen and then I'll discuss more. Okay, so as you listen, there are a lot of bass here because this is a closed back headphone compared to open back headphones, but the listening, in my opinion, are not too much. So I really like the bass response of these headphones, especially for traveling, and especially because these are DJ headphones. You need some bass, okay? But it's not too much. It's really balanced, and I really like also the open sound that you can get from these headphones. Trust me, it's not what you have listened from Jimmy. Is not so drastic, the difference. So I really like the sound of these headphones. You can also use this headphone if you want with, I don't know how it's called, bass boost, but anyway, you will boost a lot more the bass response, but there will be also a scoop in the mids. So if you want to use it, for example, for metal style, you can try it. Sometimes I like what this set is doing, but overall it's too much, in my opinion. I prefer to have open sound with focus mids, for example. Let's listen anyway the differences. So these are the StudioMax1 DJI wireless headphones. In my opinion, are great headphones to listen into the music, not to work, for example, not for mastering and mixing, but for example for DJ live sets, of course, because you have a great response of the bass. And if you want to listen more, you have the button to push more the bass response, even if you have a lack of mid frequencies. So didn't have any problem traveling, didn't have any problem also with cables compared to the wireless system. It sounds the same, wireless and cables do not have any difference. So you have the link in the description if you want to try out the StudioMax1, also really cool looking, let me say. Again, thanks to OneOdio, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.